Hello, everybody.
Mine didn't play on the horizontal, it played on the vertical.
Uh-oh. Well, at least I got the horizontal and the vertical to both come
I'm
up.
glad they're both up, though, because I wouldn't have been able to see the intro.
It took me 10 minutes to get them to come up, but we're there.
Yeah, we're here. Hey, guys, we're here.
Hello.
I'm on the cool kid side, Miss Sheb, so it's been.
Mish, whatever side you're on is the cool kid side.
Where is Dana? Let's see. I'm scrolling back up.
I believe I saw Dana in the vertical.
Yeah, she's in horizontal.
Oh, she's in horizontal.
Yeah.
Okay,
hey, Dana.
Don't ask me.
Miss John. Kermel, hello. Hello.
Hey, Kermel. Ben's
Miss
Kermel?
Yeah.
Violet. How you doing, Violet?
Dana and Violet.
Violet, hi, Violet.
Yes. Well, how are you, John and Ben?
Doing pretty good. I think we both just got off of work a little while ago, so trying to see our brains of all that useless knowledge.
I know, right?
Yes.
And I'm trying. Hey, Mr. Joel.
Hey, Joel.
So look, my mouth is not that far off from my words. I tried to set my camera. So hopefully.
Been working on her karate.
She's been working on her karate too.
Hopefully it picks a little bit. I know it's still lagging, but
not nearly as bad.
Well, so I had let's see, I worked today, and then I started my 1,000-piece puzzle, and then Daryl comes home and it's time to start our workouts. So holy moly, I'm already sore. But I'm going to drop this weight one way or the other. It was nice though. It felt good to exercise.
We're here for you. If you ever need to call and scream in the middle of a workout, just let us know.
Hey, Journey. Yeah, really, I have though before the mods. I was like, help me make it through here.
There you go.
Journey, hello, my love.
Yeah, good to see you.
So
it's tearing you apart, and every day.
You're not allowed to write lyrics in the middle of the live.
Oh, Joel, Journey, thank you. I'm fixing to actually. I was going to have a surprise for everybody. I am going to play our little 3-minute and 11-second ceremony since I don't have everything put together yet for the pictures.
Some of us special people have already seen it.
Yes, you have. I'm going to actually play it, if y'all don't mind, while we're waiting on anybody else that wants to.
I don't think anyone will mind.
Oh, yeah. So this was definitely a date, but it was so great. I had such a nice time. All right. So I am going to play our little wedding ceremony. Now, it took way longer than 3 minutes, but this is just the ceremony part. And my niece is the one, my oldest niece, the first person that ever called me Aunt Kiki, is the one who performed our ceremony. Yes, Dana, you're special. Dana works. I had to send it to her.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see here.
Get your hankies out, guys. This is good stuff.
3 minutes. See if I can hold on to myself here.
Ready to do this? Officially? Finally? All right. Finally? All right. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join in the union of Keela McDonald and Daryl Lee. Two beautiful souls who have endured life, fought battles, and waged wars to be where they are now, here and so in love. I've been asked to be here today to join two people whom I love and cherish dearly in a love of union. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8 says, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails." Before I get to the actual part of what we're all waiting for, I just want to say I love you guys, and again, thank you for allowing me to be here to be a part of this day. It is a huge honor. All right, do we have the rings? We do. Perfect. Daryl. Repeat after me. I, Daryl, take thee, Keela, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. So sweet.
Our grandbaby.
Sounds weird, but ain't Kiki, please. All right, Kiki, repeat after me. I, Keela, take thee, Daryl, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. The love you guys share is not easy, but it is very rewarding. Cherish each other, hold each other tight, and enjoy life to the fullest. It is by the power bestowed upon me by the Universal Life Church and by the state of Texas that I now pronounce you husband and wife. Give her a big old smooch.
Yay!
I now pronounce y'all.
Literally makes me cry every time. Oh God.
Keela and Daryl Lee.
Woo!
My poor niece could hardly get through it.
Ready to do this?
Okay. So I wanted to share that with my community here.
Mhm. To see, I just typed it in the chat. To see that big, strong Texas man cry, I just lost it. Because he can probably count on one hand the number of times he's cried in his life.
Yep.
Ugh.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you so much. Yeah.
My wish for you and Daryl is that you have as many years of happiness as my wife and I have had. May the Lord bless and keep you all the days of your life.
Thank you.
Joel.
See, we wrote the vows. We put them like we wanted them, and I wanted my 1 Corinthians in there. Now that I wanted her to read that because that is one of my favorite verses in the Bible. You know, love never fails. Mm-hmm. And Sophia's here! Yay!
Finally got here. Hey, Sophia.
We can still call him Mr. Keela, though. Actually, that's like now y'all can call him Mrs.
Gotta call her Mrs. Terrell, yeah.
But we had such a fun time. It was short, sweet. Yeah, Brittany was excited. Brittany got to be there. Angela was there with me. I've got tons of pictures of us getting ready here at the house. Mm-hmm. We had so much fun that day, and it was so simple. It was like Daryl's dad was there. My mom was there. Mm-hmm. We had both the girls and the grandbaby. You can hear him and my son-in-law. Mm-hmm. And then my best friend Angela and Brittany and then my niece, and she almost didn't hold it together as much as we gave her a card. We gave her a thank you card. We knew she wasn't going to take any money, so we put $100 in there, and we waited till she signed the marriage certificate. License. Yeah, and then we gave her the card, and she was like, "No." I said, we're leaving. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Clint.
Here comes trouble.
I just wanted to share that with y'all.
Hey,
Y'all are
Clint.
my family, my
That was
community.
beautiful.
And I know we couldn't do it live. We did have a bunch of turtles, 2 fox squirrels,
Oh.
and an alligator that visited us during the ceremony. You just couldn't see it in those pictures.
All right, the alligator would have concerned me a little.
Oh, he lives right there. That's his home.
Dude.
But
Hey,
we
Clint,
had
hope you're doing good.
so much fun with it was short, sweet, to the point. And I was so thankful that like my mom and his dad, what made me cry is before the ceremony, when I got out of my mom's car and I hadn't seen him all day, he took my hands and he walked me to the front of the car and he said, let me see if I can get through this without crying. He said, I went and talked to my mom, which is the cemetery. He said, and I told her to go find your dad and tell him you were going to be okay. I started bawling. I was like, you're making me cry before we even start.
Oh, Keela.
So
You're killing
thank
me, girl.
you. I know that made me cry before we
Yeah.
even started. Like that got me.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
But
Well, sometimes
So
the
there's
best
the
things
wedding,
happen
guys.
when
It
you
was-
least expect them, right?
it was short, sweet. My poor niece, I didn't know she was going to get through. She finally stopped saying Keela. She said, she said, that grosses me out. You're Aunt Kiki. Right, Dana? Yeah, Dana. We're
I've
gonna
been
get
telling her that for a long time.
Joel,
I'm
I'm not
kidding.
going.
Thanks, Joel. At least I'm not alone.
No, he was he's so sweet. We had so much fun in Kima. We didn't get to do NASA, but we're going back in a couple weeks because I walked like 3 miles on Saturday and I couldn't move when I got out of bed Sunday morning. And he went down to smoke and he came back up. He goes, it is disrespectfully cold outside. I said, I did not bring clothes for this. And we came to the coast. It was storming so bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that we had a blast. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I love you all so much, and y'all are always so supportive.
Mhm.
So,
Good stuff.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Okay, so what
All
we're
right.
going to react to is a video tonight on the psychology of people who have endured too much trauma.
And
And I'm not even going to ask the question because thank you, Violet.
Thanks, Violet.
Probably 99% in here. I'll give it that 1% hasn't went through too much trauma.
You've already watched this. I think Ben and I are coming in cold. So
No, Ben's not. I sent it to him earlier. Sorry, John, I forgot.
So I'm the odd man out. Okay.
You sent it to me.
Watch the whole thing. So we're going to be hitting this blind.
So at least my reaction will.
Yeah,
be
we're hitting it. No, we're going to hit this blind because I only watched 4 minutes into it.
Oh, okay.
I read the transcript.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant to, but yeah, had a wildfire come up. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I just one thing I wanted to say that Misha and I were talking about today, and I want to see if any of you agree with me about trauma. We all have the tools, right? Like we all know we have all these tools, so many tools.
So many.
For mental health and for all walks of life. But I was talking to Misha today, and she was like, she hit it right on the head. She's like, it's like walking into a hardware store, not knowing which dead gum one you're supposed to grab. We have so many tools.
Right.
So I think we're going to get into that at some point about what we need, what we rehearse, what we repeat and learn that works for us, and to leave the rest and quit burdening ourselves with all the tools.
Well, it's something we talk about a lot, Keela. You say it all the time. Take only the tools you need and leave the rest. And it can be too much.
Some of us are out here trying to use all the tools, like Mish said, going into a freaking hardware store and like, which one do you need?
It's not a Swiss Army knife.
No.
Yeah. And the thing is, we become proficient whatever tools we pick.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
And just like I was giving Misha being the one that you gave me that works for me every time. And I was like, that's one that stays with me because it's repeated and practiced and repeated and practiced. So it's my go-to.
It's tried and true. Yeah.
Misha. Oh my. All right, guys. Well, we're going to react to this one, and I'm going to be stopping it every so often. Let's see here. Let me
All right, let's do it.
and I will get to going. Sophia, wait, what did she say? You got
You
it,
got to be
Sophia?
pragmatic in mental health too.
Yes. Yes, Sophia. And
Clint says,
Clint.
don't overstress the amount of tools. Just get in the hardware store and ask for help. That's
oh,
that's a
good
good one too.
Clint.
Good
Oh,
one,
good
Clint. I like that.
one. Oh my
I like
gosh.
that.
Our
Yeah,
people-
but if you've ever
Oh.
been to Home Depot lately, Clint, you know that most of those kids don't have a damn clue what they're doing.
No, they don't.
You got to go to a old neighborhood hardware store that's been there for 50 years, and they know everything.
It makes me so mad when I ask them, could you please just tell me? And they have like the earphones and the microphones and everything. I'm like, can somebody just tell me where something is so I don't have to walk this entire store?
Right? And they're like, I don't work in that department.
What did Wish just say? So this the swish,
The swish and the breathing and the stemming cross.
yeah. Ace in the
Swish.
place, right?
Swish.
Clint?
There you go. There you go,
For
Clint.
that
Absolutely.
hardware. Yeah, they do walk me to exactly where I need to go.
Swish is a neuro-linguistic programming tool that I used. That sounds nefarious. It really is. Is
That
a
reminds me of Harry
NLP
Potter.
tool
Flick and swish.
I used with Awakened, and it's actually pretty powerful.
Hmm.
Well,
And
you
I
might have
didn't
to
even-
teach us.
Well,
I
share.
didn't even do the best job of installing it or demonstrating it for her, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's something which I've been using to help me with my identity work as well.
Okay, so here's the deal. I have a degree in mental health, and some of this stuff is that's coming out. I'm just for the last year and a half, I've been out of it so bad that I'm not.
Well, NLP it was born out of, I think originally it was born out of, one of those quasi how do successful people operate type of thing. And then it started to get actual science applied to it. It grew into something that it's very pragmatic, but at the same time, I'm really impressed with how powerful it can be and how good some of the tools are.
Oh, Mish, that's the one. Okay. What did Mish say? Kept me from throwing up
Kept
on
me
the
from
plane
throwing up
4
on a plane
times.
4
Never
times,
flown
never
without
flown
doing
without
that.
doing that. Ever
Okay, I'm gonna have to
again.
study that one. Yeah. And what
Yeah,
is Sophia?
Let's learn that one. Sophia says, it's like when I walk into a clothing store, I want a sales advisor that can get me into a fitting pair of pants without having to try too many pants that won't fit. Yeah. I mean,
See, that's how I feel. Thank you. That's
people
how I
that
feel.
are good at their
Mhm.
job can size you up in one look and
Yeah.
go, yep, I know exactly what you want. I'll be right back. And they get you 4 pairs and they fit like a glove.
Exactly. That's people know how to do a job.
Yeah, that's rare nowadays.
All right, guys. So here we go. Let me share. I gotta get this back over here.
All right.
You know, Swish tool takes about 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should do a show on it sometime.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have to
Part
get
of a
that.
show, at least. Yeah.
All right, guys. We will be stopping every so often, and I haven't watched this entire thing. I only watched 4 minutes. So if it's not what we want, we will stop it. My boy is in
All right.
there howling. Sorry if you hear it.
Oh no.
His daddy's in the shower.
I knew a kid with a misshapen head like that once. That would be traumatic.
For anyone, including
All
the
right.
kid.
All right, here we go.
There is a specific kind of exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. It isn't the tiredness that comes from a long day at work or a heavy workout. It is a profound, marrow-deep fatigue that settles into your bones and refuses to leave. You might know this feeling intimately. It is the sensation of waking up in the morning and feeling like you have already run a marathon before your feet even touch the floor. It is the tightness in your jaw that you don't notice until you actively try to relax it, or that subtle vibrating hum of anxiety in your stomach that acts like a background track to your entire life. To the outside world, you likely appear incredibly competent. You are the one who handles crises with a terrifying calmness. You are the one people call when things fall apart because they know you won't flinch. They call you resilient. They call you strong. They might even tell you that you are an old soul.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. How many have heard that, feel that, done that?
Mm-hmm. As they say, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt.
Basic masking, really.
Yeah, exactly. And we're carrying holding up the ceiling, you know?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
But let me tell you something most people never admit about that kind of strength. It is not a gift. It is a callus. You didn't become this capable because you wanted to. You became this capable because you had to. There is a very specific silence that surrounds people who have endured too much. It is the silence of holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You walk into a room and you don't just see furniture. You scan the emotional temperature of the people inside. You track the micro expressions on someone's face, a twitch of the eyebrow, a change in pitch, because for a long time, noticing those tiny details was the difference between safety and danger. If this resonates with you, if you feel like you are constantly holding up the ceiling so it doesn't collapse on everyone else, I need you to know something right now. You are not broken. You are simply a survivor who is still wearing armor in a room where the war ended years ago.
Okay.
That is a good line.
That line, it was my favorite one out of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
You're still wearing armor in a room where the war ended long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Misha's right.
Like Miss says, when you stop holding up the ceiling, it really does still stay up there.
Sophia says sometimes you just
have to drop it and see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dana, I noticed she up there, she said that's how she feels after work. Yeah, I mean, imagine, y'all know if y'all know me about how I feel after work,
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, from work, she works the exact same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't just have sympathy. I know what she goes through.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, right. The armor becomes part of you, Clarence. Exactly right.
Mish says slightest pause or different inflections. Don't even have to hear anything. We just know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. All right.
At that point, yeah, you're talking amygdala overreaction, chronic cortisol, and reduced prefrontal regulation. And the thing is, this just becomes lifestyle. Yeah.
Yep. And we do like cortisol.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not my friend.
No.
Right.
And this is where the profound misunderstanding of your own character begins. You have likely spent years, perhaps decades, analyzing your behaviors and labeling them as defects. You look at your inability to trust and call it bitterness. You look at your sudden urge to isolate and call it antisocial.
I have to stop and say, hey, Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Hey, Abby. I'm so glad you're here.
Great to have you, kiddo.
Hey. Oh, my gosh. Okay, here we go.
You look at your exhaustion and call it laziness. But I want you to strip away those labels right now, because they are fundamentally incorrect. What you are experiencing is not a character flaw. It is a biological reflex. It is not a malfunction of your personality. It is the correct function of a nervous system that was forced to adapt to an untenable environment. Consider your need for control. Most people, perhaps even your partner or friends, might view you as rigid or unwilling to go with the flow. But for you, control was never about power. It was not about dominating others. It was about predictability. When you grow up or exist in chaos, where the mood of the household shifted like a violent wind, predictability became the only currency that mattered. Knowing exactly what was going to happen was the only way to ensure you wouldn't get hurt. So, you learn to micromanage your environment. That is not you being difficult. That is you trying to create a pocket of safety in a world that taught you it was inherently unsafe. Or consider your numbness, that feeling of being behind a glass wall while everyone else is laughing and connecting. It is not that you are cold. It is not that you don't care. It is that your emotional immune system has deployed a shield. If you take in too much electricity, the circuit breaker trips to prevent a fire.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a good analogy.
I left.
I'll read a
I
couple
let it play.
comments.
I wanted to leave. I wanted to let it play because of those few things.
So Mitch says, after offhandedly stating that I was broken to a friend last night, I was informed that I was not broken. I am simply fragile at this moment.
You're not broken,
Absolutely.
but even broken crayons still color.
That's right.
I almost wore that shirt tonight too.
Sophia says, and then people get mad at you for staying calm that rely on you to stay calm because your calmness is making them aware that they're triggered.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a big one. That's a
good
big one.
too.
No, that's really a big one.
Uh-huh.
Cable's here. Cable dog.
Yeah. And that's in that segment you're dealing with abusive family loops or
Yes.
abusive family systems and guilt loops.
Systems.
And
Yeah.
of course, then you're talking, boundaries are necessary, and what was the other one? Contact is not morally required, and it's
Right.
taught a lot of times that it is, and it's like, no, I can be a good person and just.
And a lot of that is trauma that we all were. I mean, chaos that we were born into, or if we had one, lived in one of those type households, or just in our life, and we tried to stay. The only way we can stay from tripping that circuit breaker is just either to withdraw inward or to try to micromanage everything to have control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I showed this to Mish not long ago. I'm sorry, Mish, the batteries died on me, but this is I saw this on Temu and I bought it, and because she talks about kintsugi all the time. This is basically a sculpture. It's meant to be a kintsugi human, and it lights up red instead of gold. But you kind of get the idea is that even broken people can be fixed.
Absolutely.
If you want to badly.
The want has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Cable says,
Cable Dog says, I take advice about weight from a 500-pound man. There you go.
Imagine being shot at as a soldier.
Yeah.
What's the old adage? Those who can't teach. So
that's right.
Sometimes the best teachers are people who can't take their own advice, but doesn't make them bad teachers.
That's right. So not too bad, Cable.
Never discount a person's opinion.
Yeah, just might be the one that you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
You didn't stop feeling because you wanted to. You stopped feeling because the input was too high, the pain was too sharp, and your biology decided that numbness was preferable to collapse. You must understand that your brain has a hierarchy of priorities, and at the very top, far above happiness, social connection, or relaxation, sits survival. Your brain does not care if you are happy, it cares if you are alive. And for a long time, being hypervigilant, being numb, being perfect, or being invisible was the only way to stay alive.
So, I really liked that. Oh, very welcome, Cable. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. Our brain doesn't care about anything except if we're alive.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they'll favor what is familiar over what feels good. So, that's the reason why you have so many people in abusive relationships that will go back to abusive relationship. The brain is just familiar with it.
Yeah.
It's always the familiar,
trauma
the familiar. I'm not sure why it is so difficult, but it is difficult to change that.
Oh, Dana,
I'm sorry,
love
Cable.
that. I shut down a lot when I feel like I can't take anymore. Then I remember whose child I am.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Dana. My wise
good.
one.
We need that on a pillow.
I love that. I love that.
That is awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
Your body is loyal to you. It rewired itself to protect you from a threat that was very real. But while this strategy kept you safe in the past, your biology is paying a steep, compounding price for it today. To understand why you cannot simply relax, we have to look at the machinery operating under the hood. When you are exposed to chronic, repeated trauma, your baseline physiology fundamentally shifts. The primary mechanism at play here involves the amygdala. This is the primitive almond-shaped cluster in the temporal lobe responsible for detecting fear and initiating the fight or flight response.
Mm.
Ben, I'm gonna let you have that
You're
one.
speaking, I was going to say you're speaking Ben's language
Ben's
now.
language. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's yeah, this yeah, I mean the same thing. I pretty much already assigned to it, but yeah, that is one thing that gets hard is, and I like the point they made, and I find it fascinating that humans are the only animals that rethinking about the trauma is the same as going through it. Our deeper part of our brain where our emotions live, it can't speak English. It doesn't, all it speaks in is kind of like emojis, and it understands threat. So every time we think about threat, it re-triggers it, re-traumatizes, and yeah,
Fight or
that's how you
flight.
get that amygdala kicked in.
Fight or
And with
flight,
that
yeah.
amygdala kicked in, of course, your thinking centers go offline,
Right.
and that can actually become chronic to where we're led by our amygdala. We lose which is prefrontal regulation, the thing that
Mhm.
keeps our emotions down. That's the reason why things like stimulants work good for ADHD. You would think that'd make
Right.
it worse, but it
Right.
engages the prefrontal administrative center that helps keep everything else in check.
Mhm.
It stimulates it more, kind of jacks it up.
Yeah. Cable says always. Yeah. See, and it's something you can do. You're exactly right, Cable, about that. Like that is what happens. That fight or
Yeah.
flight. That fight or flight.
Oh yeah,
But we try to learn and give tools to get people out of that fight or flight. And
Right.
it's not something that's easy to do. If it was, we do hard things. We can do hard things. That's our
Yeah.
motto here.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
Sophia?
Sophia says, because our neural pathways are on autopilot until there's a new neural pathway that's strengthened enough to be used as a default, and that's active work.
There you go, Cable. That's Sophia just said it. Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't, because you
Yeah.
can't turn off right. You can't. I mean, it's not anything you're doing wrong. It's just if you were born, raised in, born in it, and you have had, or even just in your adult life have had too much trauma. This
Yeah.
is not something you can help.
Mhm.
It's not.
Mish says, repeating the same process every time I get better. I am not going to keep jumping in when I'm not ready anymore. How vain am I that I think I can do more than I can? I don't necessarily think it's vanity, Mish, but
The
it's
empathic wanting to help, that is what we are blessed and cursed with.
the fixer brain.
The fixer or the people pleaser or
Mhm.
all of the above.
Yep.
There are ways, Cable, to turn it
Yeah.
off. To turn it off, it will turn off. It takes a lot of tools.
A lot of trial and error, a lot of practice, a lot of
using the
a lot of
tools.
finding what works for
Oh,
you.
no, he's exactly right. That's why soldiers.
that
Yes,
is.
go back
Right.
up one, please. Yes, that's exactly right. No, you're
Yeah.
exactly right. And
Exactly.
if we could find something to help them, just give them hope and help. That's what we're here for. This is what this channel is here for. Anything that we can do to help stop that. That is something that's just like an epidemic right now.
Yeah, it really is.
And then that touches my heart. And
Mish said, who said I could
Deeply.
heal by moving forward without emptying my bag and putting away things I should no longer carry? Until I effectively do so, I will never get out of this yuck. I'm learning.
you are learning, Miss.
You are learning, and there are those of us who notice it, and Keela's been learning, and I've been learning, and Ben's been learning. I mean, it's sometimes it seems like it's a staggeringly slow process.
moving in quicksand, but we're moving. That's-
Yeah, but when you look back over a period of time and you see how much you've grown and how far you've come, you understand that bag gets lighter and lighter.
Yeah.
It really does.
And I think we're all doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Of
agree,
course.
Cable. Yeah. You're in company that we know.
Yeah, you can't
Violet.
rewire. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying Violet's learning too. Go ahead, Ben.
Violet's learning too. We all are.
What were you
Yeah,
saying?
I was going to say, of course, there's all sorts of things that could be said about, up to this point, we've been on shame and things like that. You can't rewire the past only the meaning that your brain assigns to it. And, punishing yourself doesn't increase learning. All it really does is increase fear, and it helps keep you in that loop by holding on to shame. Everybody thinks, oh, I did such and such, that, I'll never be a good person. And we actually start to think that makes us moral, because it shows that we have a moral standard that we didn't meet up to.
Right.
The problem is it doesn't, by keeping yourself in shame, it doesn't make you a good person. In fact, my friend Chase went so far as to say it makes you a bad person, because it keeps you out of needing to work on change, and just kind of helps keep you where you're at. And you owe it to yourself to
and I can tell you this, something that was told to me: change does not occur until the current situation becomes too uncomfortable to remain the same.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to shake it up. Something has to shake it up for it to wake you up.
Yeah.
Sophia says, my body still reacts when someone rearranges the kitchen, because it's part of the instability I grew up in, and a sign my mother was wired up and about to unload on us while creating all the extra work.
There you go. That's that dang gum trigger that trauma tends to put in there, that you don't know you even have it until it comes out.
So it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Sophia.
Misha.
Go ahead.
That's what Misha just said. We've been learning by watching each other as well. Cannot express the value of that. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and that was one thing that Cable Dog pointed out, brotherhood, fight or die. And I was a leader. You talk about there's a couple things. Actually, there's multiple things that work there, but among them, you have that fight or flight, which you're trained in. Then on top of it, being a leader, you're going to have a high amount of shame and guilt because you did things that are, that's something that clearly,
it's what a lot of our soldiers are, you're right, Cable, they were yours. But do you know that I try to tell everybody, give yourself some grace, because you cannot go back and change the past, no matter how bad you want. Never change the past. But what you can do is try to start taking steps forward and not giving in to
honor the memory of those brothers.
And go back. I mean, even when things go wrong, go back and it's like, oh, I screwed. Instead of I screwed up, I guarantee you that somebody in that position had good intentions that just went wrong. And that's what we kind of like to harp on the result, but it's like sometimes there's so many ways to look at this, but sometimes we can have the best of intentions. That does not make our intentions wrong. It does not make us bad people. It does not, when we've had really good intentions and people have, been hurt by it, it doesn't make us less of a person or anything
not
like
at all.
that. No. And if one of your friends was put in a similar situation, and if they turned to you and said, I tried, but I couldn't, I bet you dollars of donuts. And they said, would you forgive me? I bet you dollars of donuts you would.
Cable, you would, wouldn't you? You would forgive. You would, because I can tell just you're a leader now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see this as a leader in you right now, and I think it's amazing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You build up new soldiers. Yes, you have to cry every night. There's nothing wrong with crying. Let me tell you,
honor those men every single day, every day.
And I know that you know what we're talking about. I can already see that you do know what we're talking about. But crying, you got to get it out, or you can't keep it more in. Yeah, you have to let it out.
And an important step is to sound. This sounds childish. It does sound childish, but an important step is to forgive yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
audibly.
That's first.
It's
It's the first step, and it's
First
probably
step.
the hardest one.
yeah, audibly say to yourself, I forgive you. Because it's one thing that, I mean, oh, well, I know I wasn't at fault. Does the lower part of your brain, or
Mhm.
does it still think of all this stuff that went on? Because we love to do that to ourselves. We love to freaking grill ourselves to death.
Yeah, we
And
do.
yeah,
It wasn't. Wait, what is
yeah,
up
there
there?
you go.
Yeah,
You
it
blame
wasn't your fault,
yourself.
but you blame yourself, and you can't just remember this. You can't go back. You can't go back and change. You can't go back and change the outcome. What you can do is, I really respect what you're saying on here, that you're helping new soldiers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
have
you're honoring those men. You
all
really
my
are.
brothers.
That's your day.
All of my brothers are in the military, and one of my sisters is in the military. To this day, like in my uncles, just my grandfather, my whole family is a military family. And I'll tell you what, I have more respect for soldiers than I think I have for just about anybody, because I know with the sacrifices that are made, and
yeah.
it's something you're honoring the past by what you're passing on to the future. Am I making sense here?
Yeah,
I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
you absolutely are.
Yeah, and you were trained to act, not to rewind time. I mean, that's just
Right.
beyond your ability. But yeah, you can question the outcome without condemning yourself.
I'm sorry, Cable. Well, I'm glad you're here, Abby. Wait, let's see. Okay, Miss says, think about all the things we could have done for good if we only had back the time we spent living through guilt. I always say it, guilt is a useless emotion. It just takes over your body, and you're right, Miss. It just holds you there through a living hell. We have to let go of the guilt. There's another one up here. Hang on, I missed from Sophia. Do you have it, John?
Which one? This one?
Does she put one up? I think above that. Yes.
I stay calm and don't react, but that's the learned response where my brain knows now it's not a threat anymore, and I can just put it back the right way or leave it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then it's your call to make.
Right.
Exactly.
And then there was
That's
some
growth.
good ones all the way. You can go ahead and and I didn't see what Dana had even.
She said, Misha, I love my Northern German calmless autism mix. It's pure analytical thinking and slowing down enough to not be reactive.
Sophia.
And we love it too,
I love
Sophia.
you. I love you.
We really do.
Seriously. You make me be a better person.
Dana's broke my heart. I'm going to try to get through this one.
Okay.
I have learned not to hold on to the past. After being sexually abused by 3 people, I held on to it for so long, but realized I did nothing wrong and it wasn't my fault. I have to let the past go.
Dana, I've been there, done
Yeah,
that.
and there's
My
and
whole
there's a-
life. You have to let it go, or it's going to eat you alive. Okay, just like literally coming from somebody who has been there.
Mhm.
and there's
I had to actually forgive the person, and
Yeah.
forgiveness is not for others; it's for yourself.
It's for
I had to
yourself, yeah.
forgive him because I didn't want that hate consuming my heart. But
Yeah.
don't think there wasn't days that I dreamed of going in my car, finding him, and running. I'm not going to say the rest of it,
God, yes. Yeah.
But I mean, I did. I daydreamed of that. And then finally, it was just consuming me to the point of, because nobody saved me. I had to save myself. And nothing happened to him and should have. And I felt the same way, but I had to let go of that past. I had to actually say the words, I forgive him. And it's not for him. It's for me, so
for
that
you.
doesn't
So you
consume me.
can
And he
move
already
on.
took like the precious moments of my life. He's not taking the rest of it. I refuse to allow that to happen.
All right. Abby's in the house. She says, I've watched my granddad cry over not being able to save every animal in a bad situation. I've seen him carry heartache over this. I love him for it. We love him
Abby,
too, Abby.
we love him too. And you were
Your
going to make an
granddad is-
amazing bet because you
Your
get that
granddad
from
is a
him.
great man. He really is.
Yeah, now there was a couple of points up there. I mean, like one, I don't remember what it
Cassie.
was that triggered this, but one of the things that sometimes we need to learn is actually what safe feels like. And then the brain can learn this. Well, sometimes, and some people are so caught in that where what you do is you just, if chaos was your normal, calm can feel suspicious.
That's exactly right.
Right.
And so what you do is pick one small moment daily, drinking coffee, it's walking outside, just sitting quietly, and just notice your body.
Yeah.
And just sit there for 30 to 60 seconds. And slowly you can teach yourself what safety feels like, because some people are just so triggered that they forgot all
You're
about.
so used to the chaos.
Yeah.
The peace makes you scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, Ben. I was just talking with somebody earlier today about this very same thing. I said, it feels like the calm before the storm. Anytime I have peace in my life, I feel like I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Because I'm so programmed.
You've seen that on this video.
I'm so programmed that I cannot just enjoy a peaceful time.
Lord, Jesus does forgive. Absolutely 100,000%.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I agree with you. And hello,
And-
Tomas Mario.
Hey, Tomas.
And it's interesting because that is kind of close to what the tools you would use for agoraphobia. I mean, agoraphobia, what does that have to do with this?
Oh,
Gradual, controlled exposure. And realize I am safe. And it's the same thing with that tool there. Because the brain, the brain seeks safe, or actually to rewire itself, the brain actually seeks evidence. And sometimes you have to sit there and say, no, here's your freaking evidence. And with gradual exposure, it's like, I can drive to the mall, sit in my car, and be safe. Nothing happened.
right.
I can drive to the car, I can drive to the mall, I can open a door, and it's just those baby
Same
steps.
thing I did to get back exposure and to going into the
I
store.
was just going to say, that's the same
I went
kind
through
of
it, and it
flow
works.
therapy we used with tequila.
Yep, and it
Yeah,
works.
and a lot of times when your brain tells you, this feels like danger.
Yeah.
One of the things to do is to ask yourself, but is this really danger? And by that I mean, you just sit, look for evidence, not feelings, but you look for
Facts,
evidence. There's
not
a lot of
feelings.
times,
Right. Facts, not
because
feelings.
a lot of
Facts, not
times our brain just gets caught in that loop.
Well, facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
So you got to look for facts. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Sophia
and-
says,
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
oh, okay. Sophia says, in the end, you got to look at it this way. Is it worth your time and energy to stay mad when you could process it and live on?
That's exactly what Mitch just said. Don't let your past trauma stop you from living in your present.
Yeah.
And that is so true. That is so true. And that's what we're here for, to try to
It's a tough
To-
lesson, though.
be supportive of. It's a hard lesson, but we can do hard things, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let me play.
And
In a
that's why we
regulated
need to
nervous
agree.
system, the amygdala fires only when there is an immediate, verifiable threat. A car swerving into your lane or a physical attack.
What Ben just
But
said.
in your system, the calibration has been permanently altered. Think of your amygdala like a smoke detector that was installed in a house that burned down once before. Now it is terrified of fire, so it has set itself to maximum sensitivity. A normal smoke detector goes off when there are flames. Your smoke detector goes off when you make toast, when you light a birthday candle, or even when the temperature in the room shifts by a few degrees. It perceives a neutral facial expression as suppressed rage. It interprets a delayed text message as imminent abandonment. It sees a quiet Sunday afternoon not as peace, but as the terrifying calm before a storm.
All right, guys. There you go.
There you go. That's exactly what we're talking about right
You can't
there.
see the live chat, Tomas. You're in vertical.
He's
You're
in vertical.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
Tomas,
al-
you're
you
in the
can only-
vertical stream. We're doing both. You can come over to horizontal.
Mhm.
There's two lives. They're named the same thing. One's vertical, one's horizontal.
Oh, I see. Okay. I
And
see
each
what
chat
you're
can
saying.
only see each other.
Yeah, and
And
each
this-
chat can only see each other. Hey, Rick. Hey,
Yeah.
Rick.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what they're. Okay.
Yeah, we can see it all, but
Yeah.
Tomas, exit out of that one and go. Oh, just exit out of that live and go to the channel and
And
click on the lives, and you'll see there's a
And it's the
vertical.
two.
There's two of them. Yeah.
Hold on here. I don't have the link for the other one.
Yeah.
Or hang on just a second. We'll drop you the link.
Yeah.
But yeah, to go back to that thing, one of the things that I realized while I'm looking this up
Thank you,
is
Mish.
Thanks, Mish.
oh, thank you, Mish. Thank you so much, Mish. Oh my gosh, it was hard to talk and click at the same time.
Mish. So Tomas, you can just click on that link.
Mish says
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to leave as well. Speaking of calm, though, after this is over, come join us while we watch the movie Curly Top with Shirley Temple. Just chill and hang.
Yes, I loved the Shirley Temple one last week. Me and Daryl watched it. I loved it. The Princess.
When somebody's undergoing depression, there is something called, was it negative attribution of ambiguous events or something like that.
Mhm.
It's kind of close to this, where okay, if you're depressed, you walk into a room, the guy normally says hi to you, doesn't say hi. Your brain will say, he doesn't like me, or something close to that.
Mhm.
When you're in this mode, even though it's ambiguous, you don't know, maybe he didn't see you. Maybe he's thinking about something else. Maybe he's got an earbud, a gazillion reasons, but your brain will pick a negative attribute, assign it to that. This is the
Just
same
like
way.
the text. Just like the text. Oh my
Yeah.
God. They didn't
Yeah.
respond
The
back to
late
my text.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you,
this is
Mish.
This is the same way with ambiguous events, but it inserts danger.
Mhm.
All right, let me keep going here. Let's see.
When this alarm bells rings, it floods your body with cortisol, the primary stress hormone. And here is the specific tragedy of that mechanism. When the amygdala screams, it effectively hijacks the brain and shuts down the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the CEO of your brain. It handles logic, reasoning, language, and emotional regulation. But during a trauma response, the amygdala locks the CEO out of the office and cuts the phone lines. You literally lose access to your rational mind. This is why you cannot think your way out of a flashback, and why you cannot logic your way out of a trigger. You are not dealing with a cognitive problem, you are dealing with a biological coup. Your nervous system is essentially stuck in a state of hypervigilance. To visualize this, imagine a high-performance car sitting in a driveway. A relaxed person is a car with the engine off, cooling down. But you are a car in neutral, but your foot is slammed down on the gas pedal, revving the engine at 7,000 RPM. You aren't moving anywhere. You look stationary to the outside world. But under the hood, you are burning fuel at an incredible rate. You are vibrating with potential energy, ready to bolt at a second's notice. This explains the bone-deep exhaustion we discussed. You are tired because your body is physiologically running a marathon every single day while you are sitting at your desk. It is metabolically expensive to be this alert. It drains your resources. But you must remember, this is not a malfunction. Your brain is not trying to hurt you. It is furiously trying to keep you alive by preparing you for a danger that it believes is always just around the corner.
Okay. Abby here. Hang on. Abby here. Off topic, but I wanted to say this. You're also kind. When I was about 8, I told my granddad I wanted to be a vet. He said, "You can be anything you want. I will do everything I can to help." Oh my God. See, I love your grandfather so much, Abby. And you too. You are just.
We love him so much.
We love him so much, and you are already a part of this family.
Always have
So
my back.
you be here anytime. We always ask about you, like
Mhm.
always. We love you too, Abby. And your granddad is one amazing man. I can tell you that. And I'm an empath, so I can say
really
that. Yes,
He
and
really is.
he's amazing. He's just
He has
the
a
way he is with
genuinely kind
animals.
soul.
Yeah, he's just a kind person that this world needs for
Mhm.
sure. You are so lucky, girl. Oh,
Absolutely.
so lucky.
Mhm.
And thank you for being here. And you and Joel
Yeah.
both. I appreciate that. Y'all are part of this family. So what do y'all think about this part?
Mhm.
It was exactly what Ben was saying
Mhm.
about your prefrontal cortex, your CEO. Yeah, so it's
And-
pretty much that's what we've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty
just
much
a-
apply the tools to kick it back on. It can be
Right.
simple breathing.
Yeah,
It
to
can be-
re-regulate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to
And it
re-regulate.
And it will be hard at first, but as you use it more and more, even simple breathing or math, whatever, the simple things to look for
Very.
3 things. Yeah, look for 3 things that you can see.
Yeah, just do three,
yeah.
2, 1, or
Yeah.
or
Um,
of course you can do my major math one. I love the math one.
I love the math one too. It
I just
helps.
started doing math in your head, and it changed the whole
Yeah.
course of my whole thinking.
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, and if you went to
Calms
school,
me.
went to school where I went to school, what's 2 + 2? 5. You're right.
Hey, just say it. Just start thinking it, and it kicks
Right.
off. It kicks your CEO in. So,
Mhm.
all right, here we go.
But biology doesn't happen in a vacuum. Your nervous system was wired this way for a reason. Your nervous system did not wire itself in this way by accident. It was taught. It learned the specific curriculum of your childhood home, where safety was not a baseline right, but a conditional privilege that had to be earned, negotiated, or strategized every single day. The architecture of your brain is simply a map of the territory you had to navigate as a child, and for you, that territory was likely a minefield. Maybe you grew up in a house where the atmosphere was dictated entirely by the emotional volatility of one person. You learned early on that the sound of a key in the front door or the heavy thud of footsteps in the hallway wasn't just a sound, it was a weather report. You learned to freeze, to hold your breath, and to instantly calculate, what mood are they in? Is it a safe night or is it a storm night? You became an expert in micro expressions, reading the set of a jaw or the glaze in an eye, because your physical or emotional safety depended on anticipating an explosion before it happened. You didn't have the luxury of just being a child playing with toys. You were a tiny air traffic controller, constantly monitoring the skies for incoming danger. Or maybe it wasn't volatility, but a profound, suffocating inversion of roles. Maybe you grew up in a home where the parent was the child, and you were the emotional anchor. You were the one who had to soothe your mother's anxiety or manage your father's depression. You were the marriage counselor at age 7, listening to secrets that were far too heavy for your small shoulders.
I think that one right there. I just wanted to stop. And Carnitrol's here.
He is.
I wanted to stop right there.
Fresh off yoga.
I
Couples yoga, no less.
agree with what that just said, and I have not
Yeah.
watched it this far. I so agree with what that said. Having to be the marriage counselor at 7 years
Yeah.
old, having to keep the whole household in place. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's just like
Mhm.
wow.
Or
And
being
Dana,
the
yes, you're right
barometer.
about start singing in your head. Yeah, music gets you out of there.
being
Yeah.
the barometer to or the air traffic controller. I mean, we talk about that as that kind of childhood trauma kind of building who we are
Yeah.
as empaths as well. It's
Exactly.
I mean, it's the building blocks of what we're built on. It really is.
Criminal
Camille
said
says
this is so
so recognizable for me.
Yes, exactly. Me too. A lot of us in here. What does
Yeah.
Sophia say?
She said, I like to tell people to dance or shake before stressful situations where they have to stay focused and actively don't use my natural flat effect in those situations so they find calmness.
I love that.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
Carn's
I
hug.
do too.
Oh, and Carn's hug, you
Yeah.
changed it back. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, this is
okay, that's
this. I
better.
want to finish listening to this. This is actually really. I haven't gotten this far into it.
Yeah,
I do want to.
I
This
just,
is like
just
it's good.
realized.
This is-
I
I
know,
just
right?
realized what happened.
this is
Yeah,
good.
he
yeah,
changed
when-
it back.
Yeah.
Hey,
thing that-
AB. Hey, AB.
Oh.
Hey, AB. I came in at the right time.
That's
Yeah.
one thing.
I was starting to wonder if she was going to come. Thought she was
That's
too
one
good
What'd
thing
you
for
say,
us.
about this, that a lot of it is you're hyper focused on people. You're not necessarily trained, so you don't know what you're picking on. Your amygdala is picking up on it, and that's what gives you that sense. So with some people, learning body language might help, because then they might see, okay. But a lot of it is to find safe people, and with those safe
Yeah.
people, and I guarantee you, everybody at least knows one person in here that's safe. Not in here, but I mean one person in their life that is safe. And around that person, simply try to consciously don't read into, Just sit and look at them as a person. Don't read into things they see. Try to practice it. And a lot of people say, well, you're practicing ignorance. Well, the problem is you're talking to you're talking about somebody who's been in a hyper vigilance so long.
And
Yeah.
they're
Kind
not
of need
able
to
to
be-
regulate it. Exactly. They're
Yeah.
not able
Right.
to regulate it. Hey, Jan. Hey, AV.
Yeah.
Hey, Jan.
Yeah,
that
you're-
you just,
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah.
you're so used to that fight or flight. You're constantly in that fight or flight state. And
Yeah.
when you are in that fight or flight state, you literally have to make yourself, just like I agree with you, Ben. I mean, you have to make
Yeah.
yourself. Hello, Dylan.
Hello, Dylan.
Yeah. You're not stuck in trauma. You're just still running a program that worked at a time.
Yeah.
In a time that it's not.
But now
We
it's
don't
time
need
to
it.
be updated.
Right. It needs to
Right.
be
We don't
updated,
need
yep.
it anymore.
Exactly.
So that,
Or it
that
needs
was
to,
kind of,
or it needs to be updated. Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of like wearing the armor into a room where the
Yeah.
war ended years ago.
Hmm.
You're still got it's stuck in that fight or flight mode that keeps people in such turmoil. All right, here we go.
Mediating conflicts between adults who should have been protecting you.
Hmm.
You learned that your value was calculated solely by your utility. You were good only when you were helpful, only when you were absorbing their pain, only when you were invisible enough not to add to their burden. In these environments, a child creates an internal dialogue that becomes the script for their entire life. You likely whispered to yourself over and over in the dark of your bedroom, "If I'm just quiet enough, maybe they won't yell. If I don't ask for anything, maybe they will love me. If I fix everything, maybe there will finally be peace." You learned to surgically remove your own needs because having needs was dangerous. It triggered the adults. It caused problems. So you amputated your own desire for comfort, for attention, for help, and you replaced it with a fiercely independent, high-functioning persona that says, "I don't need anyone. I can handle it myself." And this brings us to the most painful part of your reality today, the part that society often judges most harshly. Because you have endured too much, you may have reached a point where you had to make the agonizing decision to create distance, to set rigid boundaries, or to walk away entirely. And because we live in a culture that worships the idea of family above all else, you are likely carrying a crushing weight of guilt. You wonder if you are ungrateful. You wonder if you are cruel. You wonder if you are remembering it worse than it was. I need you to hear this, and I need you to let it sink into the deepest part of that tired nervous system. You are not the villain in this story. The distance you have created is not an act of malice. It is an act of survival. You did not leave because you stopped loving them. You left, or you withdrew, because you ran out of the capacity to absorb the pain. You are not rejecting a person. You are rejecting a dynamic that was slowly destroying you. There is a limit to how much poison a human body can metabolize. For years, you acted as the filter for the family dysfunction. You absorbed the toxicity so others wouldn't have to. You were the shock absorber. But a shock absorber eventually wears out. You didn't walk away because you were cold. You walked away because you were on fire, and nobody else was holding a hose. They were just asking you why you weren't keeping them warm. Do not let anyone tell you that you owe your abusers access to your soul. Do not let guilt convince you to open the door to a house that suffocates you.
I'd stop right there.
Yeah, that's
That's
That one got
exactly
me.
it. I know, because I couldn't have said it any more perfect. That just actually said it.
Yeah.
because Keela and I are going to be doing a series next week on covert or vulnerable narcissists, and that pretty
Right.
much just summed it
Dylan.
up right there. That
Dylan
is the
just
way
said.
they make you feel. Like Dylan says, getting rid of the hypervigilance is a lifelong process. It served us well growing up, navigating the dysfunction.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And now we don't, but because we haven't gotten out of that, our body's just always growing up. It's so used to that. Like I said, it puts you in,
Yeah.
you're not that guilt stage just
Yeah.
will have to
Any kind of-
re-regulate. And that's what
Yeah.
community, that's what tools, that's what therapy, all these things. We couldn't help them when we were little. We didn't choose that life. We
Yeah.
didn't choose that.
But we do it as
Unfortunately-
adults too. And as
Yeah.
empaths, like you say all the
Right.
time, Keela, we're at the bottom of the food chain.
We
and
are.
we continue to attract those people and these relationships. I think that's why it hit me so hard, because it made me think of my childhood trauma.
Mhm.
And it made me realize that that's why I'm doing this in my
Right.
adult life, because I still feel that way. I still feel like the unworthy child, and like always
exactly.
the villain. And I just
Look
it's
what
a
Cromel
cycle. I
said.
wish I could just break it. Cromel says, I walked out of this situation when I was 14 years old. I was 18 when I walked out of mine,
AB.
Cromel, and it's
AB
followed me
said-
every day of my life.
AB said the same thing.
I hear that when I was 16, 17. Yeah, I
Yeah,
walked
that's what I'm
out on
saying.
my
I think
18th birthday. That's when I left.
So think of 18 years. Your body, you have wired your brain, your body has rewired itself to deal with all the trauma. And we're adults now, and people that stay stuck in that fight or flight, I call it the fight or flight mode, but guilt, the whatever. At some point, we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to rewire that. We have to fix that. We have to make the chaos the peace.
Yeah.
We have to learn to turn it all around, and we have to learn to regulate, re-regulate. When we're dysregulated, and we don't know it as children, because that's what's preparing us for all of this now. But now we have a community that we can lean on. We have people we can go to. I mean, we are here, and we hear you in anything that we can help.
Yeah.
Dylan, it's hard
Dylan
to.
says, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I can't.
It's hard to know how to self-regulate, especially when you're raised in a high-demand group. Bingo.
Dylan, exactly. And that is exactly the truth. No, that is so the truth. It's hard to know, which you just have to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that
Having a good support system is key.
support system is the first one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw therapy on anybody, because it works for some people. It doesn't for some people.
Yeah.
Trauma-informed therapy and high controlled groups would be the best, because you have to deprogram that first of all.
Yep.
For sure. You have to, but when you're raised in a high demand group, that's probably one of the worst cases, because you don't know what is regulation, what's regular, what is it?
Right.
So your whole body stays in just like this knot of fight or flight, and then you're just stuck.
Perpetual. Yeah.
And it's just keeps going worse and worse and worse. It's just a circle that never stops. And I think once you get in a good support group and you recognize that's going on, then becomes the part where you can actually start to work on that. Find the tool that you need out of your toolbox for that one thing. Y'all please go ahead. I mean, I'm trying to explain it that you one step at a time. And once you take that step, don't go backwards. Healing isn't linear. We all go up and down and around. But to break that circle, to regulate yourself, you've got to take that step forward and leave that circle in the back. And even if you're stuck in that one step forward, it gets you out of like stepping off that merry-go-round.
Absolutely. AB says, good for you all of us for recognizing what we needed to do back then. It seemed easier then, but it wasn't. We need to listen to our inner child more in some ways. Bingo.
Yeah.
Sophia says, and it's worse if you never got to develop a healthy baseline in the first place, because you have no healthy default to fall back on.
Dylan, exactly. Boom. Perfect example. Yes.
Abby here. I now realize how blessed I am. My family has always been all in for me. No hate or judgment. I feel so bad for those who have had this happen. God bless you. Thank you,
Abby. You're an empath, and you so an empath. And so, the one thing is you had one major great thing, your family. So, you're going to be able, Susie, hello.
Hi, Susie.
Abby, you're going to be able to help more people than you realize just because you have that stable ground.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to undo all the damage that half of us have gotten. So you've got a good starting point, and we're here to help you launch off that launch pad and do it in such an amazing way. I'm so proud that you're here, and I'm hoping that we can launch you and not hurt you. We want to help you launch to help you. What does Dylan say?
Dylan says attachment styles are a big part of that. Of course, but many who are hypervigilant have a chaotic or detached style of attachment. Thanks for talking about this and creating a space for looking. You're welcome.
Always, Dylan. You're always welcome.
Thank
here.
you.
You know that. Dylan.
Thank you for your insight.
One of the things that they said, I think it might have been last section that just occurred to me. I don't remember the line. I think it was, am I being selfish?
Right.
A good reframe of that would be something like, what does my nervous system need right now? Instead of even going down that road, practice boundaries without guilt. What does my nervous system need right now? And
that's a good one, Dan.
And for the hypervigilance, I can't remember what it was I was thinking about.
Especially in a high control group. That's
instead of what's wrong here, maybe try something like what's actually happening here. Because what that will do is it'll get you out of threat detection mode into observation mode. And that involves the
prefrontal cortex.
Yeah. So that helps kick you out. Anything that helps kick you out of that.
Yeah.
Since Susie got me, anything that kicks you out of that lower part of the brain into that part.
Into that, brain. Yeah, just to get you out of that, and we're stuck in this fear. It's always fear. Yes, but we need, like Ben said before, facts. Look for the facts. Look for the obvious evidence around you. And not what you're feeling. Is this really a danger? The facts, and I'll say it again: facts don't care about your feelings. Facts are there. They're the truth. They're the one truth. And so, if you can get yourself off that merry-go-round, I think And we didn't pick that lifestyle. We didn't pick to grow up like this. But one thing we can do now is take control of it. And that's take control of it. Yeah,
exactly. Dana says it's a shame when a family member is dying and their siblings are raising hell because they need help. My brothers and myself have distanced ourselves from them. My mom comes first. Absolutely.
Right. Yes, Dana. Right.
Sophia says, I'm so glad to have had a healthy baseline because our first 5 years were happening in a caring and supportive environment. And it changed so much about how the trauma affected us. Yeah.
And I want to say hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie.
See, here's the thing. Some of us didn't even have a healthy baseline. Yeah. I think that makes it so much more difficult when you don't, the only memories you have or things you fall back on, there's no healthy baseline there. So you've got to create one.
Right.
And that just takes more work. But if you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to get off that merry-go-round.
Sophia says, I like to call it a bridge or a relay switch to bypass the stress response.
Good one. It's a good one. All right, here we go. Let's see.
The ungrateful child narrative is a lie designed to keep you in line. The truth is, you paid your dues. You paid them with your childhood. You paid them with your nervous system. You paid them with years of hypervigilance and anxiety. You have paid enough. The debt is settled. You are allowed to save yourself now. And so, that child, the one who learned to survive by being useful, by being quiet, by being the shock absorber, is still running your life today. But there is a paradox. There is a strange and bitter paradox inherent in your survival. While the environment you grew up in took so much from you, your innocence, your peace, your ability to rest, it also gave you something in return. It forced you to develop a set of skills that are nothing short of supernatural. Your trauma was a training camp. It was a rigorous, brutal education in human psychology, risk assessment, and crisis management. Because you had to anticipate danger to survive, you are now a forensic analyst of human behavior. You can walk into a meeting and within 5 minutes know exactly who holds the power, who is lying, and who is insecure. You possess a hyper-empathy that borders on telepathy. You can sense a shift in someone's mood before they are even aware of it themselves. You are the person everyone wants around when a crisis hits, because while everyone else is panicking, your nervous system actually calms down. Chaos is your home field.
There you
You have
go.
navigated darker waters than this before breakfast. You are resilient, resourceful, and incredibly perceptively sharp. But this strength is a double-edged sword. The very skills that kept you alive in the past are the exact things that are preventing you from living fully right now. You are stuck in soldier mode. You are constantly scanning the horizon for threats, even when the horizon is clear. You are analyzing your partner's silence as if it were a bomb threat, when really, they are just tired. You are reading into a friend's casual comment as if it were a strategic betrayal, when really, it was just a slip of the tongue. You have become so good at surviving that you have forgotten how to simply exist.
Oh,
You treat every interaction like a chess match, where you must
wait, I got to stop that.
Yeah, that was
I
that
really
was powerful.
like that.
Yeah,
I
that
really,
was really powerful.
that was really powerful. Really, really
And
powerful.
and the flip side of that is that hypervigilance can also cause you to not see things that really are threats,
Yeah.
you know. So I
Yeah.
mean it is a double-edged sword. It really is.
Yeah. Because whatever has
Abe-
your focus.
AB had a question.
Jan
Right,
says, "This
Jan?
is why I
Right,
can never
Jan?
relax."
Exactly. No, for real.
Yeah.
AB says, stop judging me video.
You're right. Quick question and a sincere one. How many have healthy baselines? Hmm.
I don't know if I can say healthy. I'm going to say that I don't use the word normal because normal is only a setting on the dryer. There is no normal.
Mhm.
I think the person, when you can find them in, like Ben was saying, the chaos and the peace, if you can find them in their own place where they're safe, they're not hyper vigilant, where they're safe, wherever that may be. I think
Mhm.
that is their baseline, and then you adjust from there. I don't have a healthy baseline. I had to create it.
Right.
Now that I've created it, I try to do my best to stay there.
Mhm.
But healing isn't linear. It's up and down, up and down. But even with my residents, I'd say, are they off their baseline? Because, you know, you get to know them, you get to know somebody. Not saying it's healthy, but it is yours. And you judge what's going on with them by seeing if they're up or down on that baseline.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's healthy or not? Sometimes we never know. I just tried to create mine after all of my life living here with my husband. He's
Mhm.
never tried to change me, and he's allowed me to be myself. And now I know what my baseline is.
Yeah.
Not a people pleaser. Not trying to always people please.
I'm still on that journey, but I'm learning.
Everybody's
Yeah.
learning.
I'm getting there.
I have discovered I need to stop writing so many notes because all that happens is I write so fast.
You can't
What?
read it.
Large pizza, a jar. Okay.
Oh, Susie, you feel attacked by video. I know, right? I'm right here with y'all. Okay, I didn't watch this all the way to this far. So let's
Yeah.
go. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
this is good stuff though.
Yeah, I really
Triggering the shit out of us, but it's
triggering
good.
us. But hey, when it's triggering us, it ought to be triggering everybody.
anticipate the next 5 moves to avoid being checkmated. But in a healthy relationship, in a safe life, there is no opponent. There is no checkmate. There is just dinner, or a walk in the park, or a quiet Tuesday. The anxiety you feel, the inability to connect, the exhaustion, it isn't because you are broken. It is because you are over-equipped. You are walking around your living room wearing a full suit of medieval armor. It protected you from the arrows of your childhood, yes. It saved your life. But now, you are trying to hug your spouse, play with your kids, or relax on the sofa, and you are clanking around in 50 pounds of steel. It's heavy, it's hot, It's isolating. You have to realize that your hypervigilance is a tool, but it is currently misapplied. The problem is not the skill. The problem is that you are using a wartime weapon in a peacetime garden. You are slashing at flowers because your muscle memory only knows how to fight enemies. A shield is useful in battle, but it is incredibly heavy to carry in a garden. Maybe it is time to set it down. So, how do we begin to lay down that armor? The answer is not to force yourself to forgive. It is not to force a reconciliation with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. In fact, the most healing thing you can do might be to stop trying to fix the unfixable.
Whoa. Okay. I'm going to stop there just because I think that's what we all do.
Take that back a couple of seconds and
Let
play
me go
that
back
again.
some.
That's
Okay.
powerful.
Which part were we at?
Just the end, the last part, the very last thing he said.
Oh, wait. Let me go. Right here. Okay, here we go.
So, how do we begin to lay down that armor? The answer is not to force yourself to forgive. It is not to force a reconciliation with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. In fact, the most healing thing you can do might be to stop trying to fix the unfixable. You have been banging your
healing
head
thing you
locked
can
for
do
years.
is to try
Right.
to stop fixing the unfixable.
Unfixable. Yeah.
Boom.
Right
Mic
ads. Right ads. Dylan. Wait, what did Dylan say? I'll never dismiss that armor. I'm just trying to replace it with lighter, more
Yeah.
fashionable garb. Dylan, I like that.
Something you can move around
That's
in.
the ad. I like that, Dylan, so
Mhm.
much. I really like that. Ads, right? Yep. Wow. Exactly.
Yeah, actually, that's
Sophia
pretty
says,
good.
well, life is about getting comfortable with being a fabulous villain for simply not being a role assigned to you without a script you didn't even audition for in the first place.
Amen.
Boom. Everybody's
Amen.
mic dropping tonight.
Bam. Mic drop. Abby said, when I was a little girl, my mom told me to watch my grandparents to see what love really looks like. I did not know what she meant then. I do now. Devotion to each other. Great example. Oh my gosh, Abby, you're gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh.
That got me.
Yeah, that got me too, Abby. Oh my gosh. AB.
Always quoting Taylor in the infamous words of T Swift, I forgot that you existed. It wasn't love. It wasn't hate. It was indifference.
Indifference.
Yeah.
Right. AB, that's it. I don't need you to fix me. I just want you to listen. I think that's all of us. Like I said, I don't need to be fixed. And that's one thing I found here. He doesn't try to fix me.
No.
And that's the first time in my life.
Because he realizes you're not broken.
Which made me realize that I wasn't broken, as I have been told my whole life.
Like Misha said, you're not broken. You're just fragile right now.
Yeah.
Fragile can be fixed. Broken
Let me back
can't.
this up just a little bit. Okay, right here. Here we go.
God, that made me cry, Abby.
I know Abby's making. I'm over here with my eyes.
It's like the fourth time this live I've cried.
In fact, the most healing thing you can do might be to stop trying to fix the unfixable. You have been banging your head against a locked door for years, hoping that if you just knock the right way, or say the right words, or achieve enough success, the people on the other side will finally open up and see you. They won't. We call this ambiguous loss. It is a specific type of grief where you are mourning someone who is still alive. You are
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to stop. Hey, S-Files. I'm glad you're here, honey.
You're mourning
Right,
someone
Susie?
who's
Fragile can
still
be
alive.
Mourning somebody who is still alive. How many times have we had how many times have we talked about this? Especially when we talked about having to do no contact, zero contact, things like that. Mourning somebody while they're still alive. It's a real thing.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a real thing in two different senses. Okay, you have your self-protection, you to protect yourself, but then you also have the physical part of someone that maybe has Alzheimer's or dementia. You still mourning them while they're still alive. But this one, you're knocking on the door. I like what they said here. And you're mourning someone that's still alive. You can mourn them. You can love them.
Yeah.
But you can do it from a distance to protect your own self because you have been through enough.
Susie says, Christy and I were just talking about wanting to be seen. Not
Yeah.
like, look at me, but
Yeah.
Be seen and heard.
seen
Your
and
voice
heard.
matters for sure, Susie.
Yep.
Yeah,
S.
that's-
Files, I'm so glad you're here too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that goes to tribe. We all have a desire to want to be seen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. Want to be seen and heard. I mean, like our voices matter. They do matter. All of us.
They do.
Okay, here we go.
Grieving the mother you deserved but never got. You are grieving the father who should have protected you but didn't. This is harder than grieving a death in some ways, because the hope is still there, taunting you. But real peace comes when you finally accept the reality of who they are, not who you wish they were. There is a saying in recovery circles: you are going to the hardware store looking for milk. You keep going back to the same empty well, hoping this time there will be water. But a hardware store does not sell milk. Your family.
I'll just stop there for a second.
Hmm.
Sorry. This one got me.
No, that one got me too when you
This
told
one,
us.
I'm sorry.
I probably
Oh.
have a far different reaction to that than everybody else, but it's because of Mark Bowden's training. One of the things that he had us do was to go into a hardware store and ask for a pizza, but do it with confidence. That was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dylan. He's got me too.
Holding space for all of this. Trust is a long journey when it's never been instilled. Acceptance of where people are at without expectations of where we think they should be is a good start.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Mhm.
I love that,
Yeah.
Dylan. I love that.
Too, Dylan. Thank you.
Yeah, Dylan's told me that before, and I love it. And I can't ever remember the quotes that he uses, but he is so right on that.
Maybe he says that's actually a way of laying down my shield. I'm not sure if that's healthy, but realizing that they will never respect my boundaries, I laid down my armor because I won't be around anymore to have armor. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now too.
Actually, that is so true. If you don't change something, your body can only take so much.
Yeah. Yep.
I
stopped my bleed. They're now questioning why I'm not coming around. Well,
that is true. That is true. But as soon as you do that, soon as you put that boundary in, they're going to come running like bringing cotton candy.
Yeah.
And we're getting into that next week.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to come running with cotton candy as soon as you put that boundary up. Oh, why did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Look at, just remember how everything was so great. No, I remember how it wasn't so great and great. I try to remember the good and the bad.
Yeah.
But AB, you were exactly right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is.
I knew this was going to be good, Keela, but I didn't think it was going to be this.
Oh my gosh. This family one's got me because it's the truth. Like we all mourn what we didn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing is that with that, when they come around, is just to realize that over explaining is a trauma response, not a personal trait. Just say less,
You're right, man.
Tolerate the discomfort. You know what? It will be hard, but you can do it. And, you just tolerate the discomfort and don't rush the need to justify. There's nothing you did that you need to justify. You just say it and keep it, because the more you explain, the
further it gets. Oh, Dylan, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Healthy boundaries when we can't meet people where they are at. Distance when the boundaries are. Uh-huh.
I like that, Dylan.
It's tough, Dylan. It's really tough, though.
And especially coming
really
from like backgrounds like ours, like it's like when you don't have that safe, healthy background, or that safe, healthy childhood, what all of us we do. There are times we do that you mourn what we should have had.
Yeah.
But I have to put myself, like Ben was telling me, facts. There's nothing I can do to go back and change it. So how can I get off this roller coaster? And how can I make my life better? I need to turn the chaos that I'm so used to being into peace.
Yeah.
Find the
I
peace
think-
and get rid of the chaos. And sometimes you just have to flip them.
I think
Yeah,
Sophia just said it best. I understood that it can't be personal if they didn't even bother to get to know you in the first place. Takes the power away from the attacks that are self-preservation on their part.
Oh, Sophia. That's
Sophia is
absolutely
bringing it tonight.
I'm telling you, well said. Right as it, yeah,
Yes.
well said.
Very well
Family of
said.
origin may not be capable of selling love, safety, or validation. They simply don't have it on the shelves. And the moment you stop expecting them to sell it, you stop breaking your own heart.
Yeah.
Your task now is not to repair the past, but to build a new present.
Yes.
This is about building a family of choice. Biology makes relatives, it does not make family.
Oh. Oh.
That's a good point.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Almost definitely.
Susie, yes. We absolutely, Susie. Absolutely. Oh man, biology makes relatives, not family.
And for the same exact reason, for our own well-being, we need to keep ourselves in our boundaries.
Dylan.
Hurting hands come from a hurting heart. Let's heal our hearts and hold space, if possible, for people being accountable and pivoting.
Absolutely.
From
Dylan,
your
I love
mouth to God's ears, Dylan.
that. Yes, Dylan. Absolutely. I love
We
that.
always
I
hold
really
out
love
hope
that.
for, but rarely
All
ever
right.
see.
And just like this, just because they're blood, just because we're not blood doesn't mean we're not family.
That's right.
This community is just such a
It's a
support
good saying.
support system, you know.
It
Here
is.
we go.
Family is a title earned through safety, consistency, and respect. Look around your life now. Who are the people who make your nervous system feel quiet? Who are the people who listen to you without interrupting? Who are the people who see your armor and gently ask if you'd like to take it off for a while? That is your family. And here is your micro step. The next time you feel that wave of guilt or that urge to explain yourself to someone who refuses to understand, I want you to physically stop. Put a hand on your chest and tell that younger version of you, I've got this. We don't need to perform anymore. We are safe now.
Ben.
You are becoming the parent you never had. You are the one you have been waiting for. And when you make this shift, when you stop auditioning for a role that was never yours to begin with, you are rewriting your history. There is a profound freedom waiting for you on the other side of this realization. It is the freedom of knowing that while your history is written in stone, your future is written in water. It is fluid. It is yours to shape. You are not destined to repeat the patterns of the past simply because they are all you have ever known. Biology is powerful, yes, but consciousness is stronger. By simply being here, by asking these questions, by refusing to look away from your own pain, you are engaging in an act of rebellion. You are doing the hardest work a human being can do. You are not just healing yourself, you are attempting to heal a timeline. You are the cycle breaker. You are the person who stood in the middle of a flowing river of generational trauma, of passed down silences, of inherited rage, of learned helplessness. And you planted your feet and said, it stops here. The yelling stops with you. The neglect stops with you. The inability to love properly stops with you. You are the firebreak in a forest that has been burning for generations. It is admittedly unfair that you have to rebuild a house you didn't break. It is unfair that you have to heal from wounds you didn't inflict. But there is a secret, quiet power in rebuilding yourself from the ground up. Because when you build yourself, you get to choose the materials. You are no longer living in the ruins of someone else's mistakes. You are the architect of your own peace. You are not a victim of your story anymore. You are the author of its next chapter. So, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Remind yourself that the danger has passed. You are no longer that small child trapped in a big room. You are an adult with agency, with power, and with the capacity to choose. You have spent a lifetime surviving the night. You have mastered the art of holding your breath. But you don't need to hold it anymore. The air is safe here. The ground is solid. You survived the storm. Now you get to be the sky.
Okay. Okay. Is
Okay,
everybody crying? I'm not crying. Y'all are crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I broke this down to 7 steps. I think I can count. Hopefully I can read this all. Step 1, stop trying to think your way out. You can't, the line they use is you can't logic your way out of something your body thinks is survival. Okay, what you can do is re-engage your brain by doing a psychological sigh. Then in through the nose, in a little bit more. Long, slow exhale. Do it like 3 to 5 times. This tells your nervous system you're not in danger right now. That's step 1. Step 2, teach your brain what safe feels like. This was the line, if chaos was your normal, calm can feel suspicious. Again, pick one small, safe moment daily, drinking, I think I said drinking water. Sitting quietly, drinking coffee. I can't read all else I wrote. I think walking outside, I think is what I said.
Right.
And then you notice, while you're doing that, you just notice your body. And you sit there for 30 to 60 seconds. Because when you've lived in chaos that long, calm seems completely alien to you.
Yeah.
And it's that way in our society right now, believe it or not. Everybody's under at least a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Your brain is predicting danger based on the past, not the present. This feels like danger, but is it actually danger? Look for evidence, not feelings. So you say this feels like danger, but you look for evidence, and then not feelings. Feelings are signals, not proof. Step 4, reading people kept you safe, but now it's keeping you stuck. I think that's what they said, something like that. Pick one interaction a day, just one, where you don't analyze tone, you don't read into pauses, just take words at their face value. Now, it will be hard because you're in that mode, but you find somebody who's safe to do this with, and you're just helping train your body. And it sounds counterintuitive, but
Dan, hold on just a second, would you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's right.
Abby's leaving, and we just wanted to read this. Abby here, most of you probably don't know this. My granddad has been writing poetry. If he ever lets you hear it, I think you will get a look into his heart. Must go for now. We'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for stopping by, Abby. And yeah, I think we're gonna force him to share some of that with us.
I keep thinking that's Joel, but yeah, Abby.
Yeah.
Step 5, stop over explaining yourself. Say less. What was step 6?
Yeah, stop over explaining yourself, Ben. I like that one. That's the one that I like. Stop explaining yourself.
Yeah, it says over explaining is a trauma response, not a personality trait.
Yeah.
Just neural.
I like that.
When something comes up, say less.
Right.
Tolerate discomfort. You know what? It will, and that this means you're normal. It will feel uncomfortable. Silence is one of the hardest things to teach people who do interrogations because we're so uncomfortable with it. But if you're the one who's expected to explain, just say less and tolerate it.
Yeah.
Because the second you start over explaining, I guarantee you it creates a door for you to say, oh, it's my fault.
It does.
Yeah, that door is open.
Absolutely.
Boundaries without, go ahead.
That was just to the video. That was just to the video that
we
went through.
Let's see, almost done. It said boundaries aren't about proving someone bad. They're about protecting your capacity. Not am I being selfish, but what does my nervous system need right now?
I like
That's
that
just
one.
a way to reframe that.
Yeah.
Replace hypervigilance with curiosity. Instead of what's wrong here, try what's actually happening right now. And that'll take your threat detection into observation mode. Finally, last point. You survive by becoming hyper aware, hyper capable, hyper independent, but healing isn't about becoming more. It's about learning when you don't have to be. You don't need to throw away your armor. You just need to learn when it's safe to take it off.
That's what Dylan was saying. No, that's
Yep.
exactly what Dylan
Yep.
was saying.
Exactly
He was
what
like, he
Dylan was
can't, I
saying.
mean, because of what he was raised in and where he was raised in, he cannot take off the armor, but he can start to set it down and maybe start
Yeah.
taking off the layers of it. Yes.
Mhm.
And make it a lot. Bye, Mr. Joel. Bye,
Bye,
Abby.
Joel.
Yeah,
I
but
love
just
you guys.
to get some of that heaviness off.
Well,
Mhm.
and I think a lot of times
Hey,
that
Kazi.
Hey, Kazi.
we see stuff, us being who we are, we see stuff, we think, I have to fix it all right now, 100%. And you know what happens? That's like a calorie diet. Eventually, because your body needs food,
Yeah.
eventually it's going to take over. And then, oh, I'm such a piece of crap. I can't do it.
Right.
Oh, I must
Right.
just go back to it. It's like, no,
Right.
take what you can, do all that you can.
Yeah.
And I like to go up. I missed something up here. I think Susie, right here. Susie. Oh, go ahead.
Stop over explaining yourself was huge on my live. This and mine would have made a great co-stream. Yeah.
Yes. This one had us all in tears half this
Yeah,
night.
we were.
We were all in tears, Susie.
Yeah. This one struck all the chords.
Yes, especially
I'm so glad to see. I'm so
Kazi. I'm so glad to see Kazi. I'm just going back up to see what all
so
I'm
glad to
missing.
see Christy. She hasn't been. I haven't seen her in a long time.
I know.
Hope she's doing well.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Kazi.
Everybody. I played my wedding at the very beginning, and now everybody's coming in. But so I think that one was definitely needed, especially for people in high control situations or have been raised in nothing but trauma.
Mm-hmm.
We all have trauma, but this is like, especially for the people that have endured
Yeah.
too much trauma.
Repeated
What it
trauma.
physically does to your body. And I love the way that it explained exactly what Ben, you could have done this video, like literally.
Pretty
I
much.
mean, Ben was saying it and then I was playing it in there.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
It was
Yeah,
this logical order.
it was.
I
And
wish I had seen it, because then I would have known. I could have
oh, S-Files, you've been quiet.
inserted a better time.
Yeah. I'll rewatch this later, but I wanted to
As
stop by and
You
say
have to get
hi.
LLC. I'm fixing to go lay down in bed. I'll be in LLC. But I'm so glad you stopped, and I'm so glad you've been here, and I've missed you. And I showed my wedding at the beginning, so when you go back and rewatch, you'll get to see my wedding ceremony. But I'll be over in LLC in just a minute.
LLC. What's LLC again?
Lady Luck Club, LLC.
Oh.
Lady what?
Lady
Luck
Luck Club, LLC.
Lady Love Club.
Luck.
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 Lady Luck.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Luck
okay.
be- come on, Ben. Luck be.
I did a video
tonight.
live stream one Sunday on there with about protesting Scientology.
I'm doing awesome.
Oh, okay.
Everything's
Here we go.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just staying.
Let me
to
see if I can
myself
drop that.
mostly. Okay. Well, we love you, Christy.
Yeah, Mish, if you're still here, do you have the for your yeah, she's doing Shirley Temple. Mish, do you have the link?
I don't know
Here
if she
we go.
has a link, but she wanted me to let you know. I'm just reading it now. She said,
Oh,
"Will you
well,
do me
let
a favor and let Keela know that I sent through for the live to move over to mine when
Oh,
y'all's
okay.
live is finished."
Okay.
Thought it might be
And
easier to
somebody
send a
drop
raid.
S-Files channel, please.
S Files.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please,
Do we have that on the
Oh, so
mod
it will automatically redirect. Mish.
Ben, there is a lady, there is love, and there is a club.
Oh, come on. I know
Luck,
I'm stuck to
LLC,
it.
Lady Luck Club. She's amazing.
I was trying to channel my.
She's
trying-
so funny though. She's so funny. Like, oh my gosh, y'all don't even know. We go after the biggest narcissist on YouTube, and I'm gonna tell you, she don't put up with no crap.
Mhm.
Dylan, I'm okay with not trusting. I just decided to stop bleeding all over the place and realized I needed to be an advocate for my child that never had a choice. Thanks for sharing all these nuggets of wisdom. Dylan, anytime.
Dylan, thanks
You're
for sharing
always
yours.
you're always welcome here. Always.
And thanks for sharing yours, Dylan.
Yes, definitely. And there's S Files. Yes, y'all. S Files.
Oh, okay. She got it good.
She's so good at calling out this
Mhm.
narcissist too. Oh, because you're in vertical, Kazi.
Yeah, the
You're in
people in the
vertical
vertical
stream.
chat can only see the people in the
Well, you can
vertical
only
chat.
see, you can see it on the screen, but not the chats. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We're fixing to go because my husband is in there ready to go to bed if he's not already in bed. He came to the door.
My-
Okay,
Ah.
so Mish, explain this to me. How does this work
I think we just end the stream
in the stream?
and then it will go over to hers.
There,
Okay,
I'll put
everybody
it
that
there.
was here, mods, thank you for modding. Everybody that here that's
Yeah,
had
thanks,
some
mods.
input, thank you for being here. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, John. Just
You're welcome.
thank you, everybody, because this was so important. And I think it was just a breath of some knowledge that we could just use as a reminder that
Let's
we
do
don't.
some more of this.
Yeah, we
Don't-
definitely will.
Mhm.
Don't forget to Will Smith the like button.
Yes. Okay.
I
Wait
probably
a minute.
shouldn't use
Wait a
that
minute.
example.
Wait a minute. It's a new week. It's a new week. So guess what? Guess what? It is. You can do another hike.
You
this
got
week.
3 new
I can
hikes.
I can actually do it now. I
Make
had to
sure
update
to
the
hit
software on my
like,
phone.
Yes,
subscribe,
I you.
and tomorrow you'll be able to hike this video.
That's right.
And then I won't be racing anyone to the comments since we're going to redirect to Mish's channel. So, but when you get a chance, come back and comment. Do I see my friend in
Well,
here?
You do.
I see my friend in here.
There she
Hello.
is. I
How
know.
are you, my honey?
Right at
We're-
the end.
Right at the end. I know. Hey, if you go back to the beginning, you can see my wedding. I put it on there.
Mhm.
Yes, you can go see my wedding, my friend. It's
Yeah.
only a short ceremony, but
Yeah.
it did get done.
It did. All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging
Thanks,
with us. I know
guys.
this was a bit of a long one, but it was a
It
good
was on,
one.
but it
So
was so needed. Dylan, thanks
It
for
was.
being here. Thank you for anyone hit the like button. Thank you,
Yeah.
honey. Yes, please replay Clue because at the very beginning, it's got my little wedding ceremony that we
Yeah.
got married Friday.
very cute. Lots of tears, though. Grab a box of Kleenex.
Grab a box of Kleenex.
All right,
Yes.
everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
And
you all.
We will
and
see you again soon.
Love you all.
Take care.